Christmas, everybody! Merry Christmas!
AKAPADers, guys. Are you obsessed with the moving image? Movies, streaming, cartoons, animation, CGI, stuff for your eyeballs. Because that's what we do here on this podcast. We get so obsessed with some of these things. And by us, I mean me, the AKAPAD film buff. Another known as Peter A. DeLuca. That's me. I get so obsessed with this stuff. I get into, and I would love to know if anyone else out there gets this way. But it's hard for me to do anything because I have so much to do. Or I've done so much, it's hard for me to restart. I think that later one. So I can record and watch movies and specials like this. 1991, Aliens First Christmas, which has a wonderful Reddit thread about this, by the way, guys. A lot of people, just like me, discovered it on Peacock, started talking about it. But this, again, this opens up. Same with the Flintstones Christmas Carol a week ago. It opens up this avenue for me where I want to know as much as I can about the people who made this. What are they doing now? Because I look at this, and it's a perfect stamp of what early 90s animation looks and feels like. And later, we got spoiled by 90s animation with the Disney after school series, DuckTales, Tailspin. And then later, it would be X-Men, The Amazing Spider-Man, or Spider-Man, which is now called the animated series. I believe, we kind of called the X-Men 97 from this era. But Exo Squad, even the Mortal Kombat series, the Street Fighter series, we had so much. Double Dragon, all the video games had these, and they're not just cash grabs. Even the Double Dragon cartoon during this time, it was one giant universe. It was deeper than anything you got in the games. And I was always more into the story and how things are structured and what the intent of a work is. And we can call everything products and things like that. I don't, when I call something a product, I don't mean it to be disparaging at all. I'm just trying to define what it is so we can all talk about it. So Peacock had a couple animated specials I never heard of. This was one of them. This is the one just based on, and you guys can see it with the thumbnail of this episode. It just stood out. Weird alien blobby creatures and your average American family watch is a little bit drawn from the Jetsons, the Flintstones. Later, we would see this family in Family Dog. We would see this family in The Simpsons and Family Guy. And then later, it's always not just one thread of discussion, right? Everything we're talking about already, I mean, these are veins and crevices. I try and sometimes we get into the dirt, we get into personal stories, and sometimes I lay out the landscape. So to contrast this 1991 Aliens First Christmas that became a seminal VHS. These were the VHS cassettes that people would buy in discount and in dollar stores. We spoke about this in the past. When I grew up, how I grew up, me and all the other families of all the other neighborhoods, we had a Christmas VHS collection, and you would have people over and we would just watch Christmas stuff. And for a month, as soon as Thanksgiving ended, you would just be in Christmas mode. When I was growing up, though, Christmas was really more 2 weeks out. Now but we were kids, and then maybe a little bit spoiled, but we all had access to things. So to contrast this, everything I just told you, like MTV would have their, and this is what would even later lead into Adult Swim. But before Adult Swim, there was Liquid Television, Beavis and Butthead, The Max, The Head, Aeon Flux. These series just redefined what animation was for the American audience at the time. It later would become this pivotal point because it would meld into Adult Swim, and HBO would have Spawn, blood, sex, violence, boobies, Spicy City, same. Maybe for like a good 2-3 year stretch, right? And then what we're talking about here for traditional animation, it would get forgotten. It would just get forgotten. Because the CG era would come up. The CG era would have a period of learning where things just didn't look good, didn't sound good. And now, independent animation comparable to this, like level-wise, company-wise, resource-wise, it looks 100 times better. And now we're like within this age of AI, it's going to look 100 times better than what it looks like today. And that's going to be in the next 2-3 years. So I'm watching this, and I'm just having fun discovering what this story is. And when you become a story person, when you're really curious what the story, like, you should be able to see the box art, a poster, even have someone tell you a description. But what should fire you up no matter what? And this is one of the reasons why I talk about how great it is to live in our time, to live in our era. Because I love scrolling. I will scroll for hours and read every single description. I'll quiz myself on some of the credits. Watch a dozen trailers. I probably watch 10 to 12 trailers a day for this podcast. I love getting triggered and curious when it comes to story. Aliens First Christmas is perfectly packaged to trigger that curiosity. It's a 22-minute watch, meaning it was on network television at one time. Those 8 other minutes are the sweet advertising dollars. It's produced by, I think, Peregrine Entertainment. Their website is still live. It's a Google blog site. It's an e-blog site. They still have the icon on the site. They went on the run. I think there's Polar Bear Christmas Tree or the Polar Christmas is another Peacock special from theirs. We can go through some of the IMDb of the people involved, and they have a slew of Christmas specials. It seems to be a little bit of a focal point from this company. So the hook of the story, I thought, was just insanely fun, very imaginative. The Aliens First Christmas is the humans. The humans are the aliens in this story. The humans are the ones that are stuck on an alien world. The humans are the ones that teach people the other creatures, the inhabitants of the... It's like Zoolanda, whatever the name of the alien world is. They're the ones that learn about Christmas, and in so it turns the audience. It turns you appreciate what Christmas is through watching this. I love the creature design. I love the character design. I think this is a perfect time stamp for early 90s animation because it does shift by the time we get to 95, 96, maybe even as early as 93. This is the end of the 80s animation era right here. Very important, very enjoyable. I am beyond happy to bring you this. And yes, let me give you some homework, my AKA Padders. Get curious about story. Get obsessed with story. You're better off for it. You will enjoy more from it. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Rock and roll.
Roll sound.
Rolling.
Sound production,
Let
take
me
2.
cut in. Sorry, AKA Padders. I know it's such a hot, passionate episode, but I'm breaking the flow real quick just to remind you guys. If you want to support me, one of the best, easiest, and free ways to do it, leave a comment. Give me a like. I know there's someone out there that you know that loves film as much as I do, that love the film industry as much as I. Show this to them. Comments, likes, and reviews, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. We need to increase our reach, and to do that requires you. Your involvement in everything that I do. We're linked. We're forever bound. You're the membrane. I'm the muscle. So guys, let's just do it. One review. Do you have it in you? Okay, back to the show.
Okay, that's a wrap.